And here you go. Alright. Are shark attacks increasing by Clara Krim? In 2016, there were 107 attacks and 10 deaths. In 2018, there were 130 attacks and 5 deaths. 48% of those attacks were unprovoked. Will the number of attacks continue to increase in 2019? So why is this relevant to y'all? We expect to go to the beach and have fun with family. We don't expect taking a ride in an ambulance because one of us got bit. We aren't cautious of sharks because we don't think it'll ever happen to us. We know that they're out there, so maybe if we were more aware, the statistics of 2019 could change. Just because a shark attack is unlikely does not mean that it cannot happen. What we will talk about in this speech. There are 3 points: where shark attacks happen the most and when, how these attacks are happening and why, and then how we can try to prevent them in 2019. Shark attacks can happen anywhere, but where and when do they happen most? Geography plays a big role. Knowing where attacks can happen or have happened can help us avoid or be cautious of certain beaches. The U.S. has the most shark attacks every year, and Florida is number 1 on the shark attack list, with Hawaii, California, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Texas falling behind. New Smyrna Beach in Florida has become the most attacked beach in the U.S. And then the attacks in blue are in Florida, and then this is New Smyrna Beach in Florida. And then U.S. shark attacks by state since 1837. Florida has 812, Hawaii has 159, California has 122, South Carolina is 102, North Carolina is 64, and Texas is 43. Shark season differs from each state. Florida shark season is April through October. Hawaii is warm year-round, which results in an October through January shark season. Why are these shark attacks happening? They're either provoked, which is a human interaction, or they're unprovoked, which is a human did not interact with the shark. Surfers are number 1 on the shark attack list, which is not very shocking. The more people, the more fish sharks see. More tourist people in the water, and increase in shark attacks. Shark attack cases from 2019. Florida had a girl who was bitten by a black-tipped shark while on a boogie board. And a 21-year-old woman killed by a shark in the Bahamas. And then in Hawaii, 65-year-old man killed in May by a great white. And then in North Carolina, there were 3 cases this year, all back-to-back. 3 people were bit, including a girl who lost her leg. As the human population increases and as interest in outdoor aquatic activities increase, the incident of shark attacks is expected to rise. So how could we try to prevent an attack, and what are the possibilities? Pay attention. Many people make quotes like, "You're more likely to get bit by a dog than a shark," or "You're more likely to die taking a selfie than being bitten by a shark." But this doesn't mean that it cannot happen. Making sure that you and your family are aware of sharks can make a bigger impact than you know. The more people in the water, the more likely you'll encounter one. We don't need to be afraid of sharks. We need to be cautious of them, and we need to know that it can happen and that these animals are in the water with us. Don't attend beaches where more shark attacks are likely to happen, like New Smyrna Beach in Florida. The conclusion: because shark attacks can happen and are happening, we need to be more cautious that they're out there. Being told that the number of attacks are increasing can be an unsettling feeling. By informing you about where attacks happen, why they happen, and how we as people can try to prevent them from happening, and by hearing true stories from this year, I hope that you will be more aware of your surroundings when entering coastal waters. The work cited comes from Florida Museum, Duncan Madden at Forbes Magazine, Rowan Keller from Trip Savvy, and NBC News. And then there's my people.